Good morning. All right, so what we're going to be doing today is nice fun stuff. It's time to warm up the arms. What I do here is I try not going at 100% limit of what my arms are doing. What do I mean? Well, I just want to feel that this wiggle room in how forward and how back my arms go. So I'm going to show this from different angles. And actually, this could be an exercise in itself. I'm walking in place, but my main focus is in my arms. I feel them relaxing as they are in movement. And I think that's what people need to practice. The physical education of being relaxed mentally and physically as you're doing things. Guess what? It influences your emotions to be calm as well, right? Ready for action. Okay? 3, 2, 1. And perfect. All right, another one is going to be very important. It's going to seem like very aerobic, but it's going to be the stretching out, okay? So what I'm going to do, watch out with your knee here as you do this. Focus more on bring up your arm and then to the side, okay? Up with your arm and then to the side. So how do I do it better? I open up my foot and I could stretch out better. Now there's an assistance. I open up this foot and I stretch up my arm. Much better. And try to feel good. It's not about the leaning, it's about the stretching up the arm. And then the lean is like a bonus. So the final version of this is I allow the back of my arm, of my forearm, to be on my thigh. So for me, it fits perfect. And you see, I could bend more into it, but I have a support, right? I understand that this is fragile. So notice I'm actually going lower and lower into this. Hell yeah. See, and now it has to be dangerous. It's dangerous now because I'm so low that unless I dip down, I'm going to put too much stress on my spine because my muscles can only handle so much. So this is the best stretch, and we've gradually went into it. It's like as if I tricked you. Someone tried to insult me once. They were upset. They're like, you're like a snake. I'm like, snake? I wonder what are all the positive traits of a snake. So this is what I just did right now, like a snake. I got you to feel like you have to stay up with your arm above your head, but look at what you're doing now. You're like doing yoga, right? So let's go do this position in yoga that exists, the extended angle pose. Bring my hand down to the floor. See my foot's nice open like a lunge. And what I'm doing here is I could bring up this arm towards the ceiling and then just keep looking at the ceiling and allow your arm to go above your head. But look at the trick. Dip down. Woo! And switch sides. Okay? So what I'm doing here, I'm going to take my outside hand. I'm going to try to touch the floor with it. And then I'm going to look at the ceiling. Point at the ceiling and keep your eyes on the ceiling. Right? And allow your arm to go above your head. Like you did at the beginning. It's the same thing. Okay? And then when I'm done here, look. I got to dip down to go to the other side. Put my hand down, look at the sky, point at it, and then allow my arm to go above my head. Okay? I like to dip down, and even then I feel it's fragile. Look to the ceiling and up. And this is basically me getting myself back in my tip-top James Bond shape. I'm about like pure combat, but being like a gentleman, gentlewoman, gentleman and gentlewoman, you'll understand. And perfect, okay? So now I'm gonna keep my right foot in the front, fix my back, and come up. Bring my hands forward in front of me, and bring my arms above my head. See, really as if I was holding a ball. I noticed that by trying to bring my hands together, it doesn't necessarily do better for me sometimes. Okay? So I feel my lunge, my heel starting my 90-degree angle, then I start leveling up my back. But notice I'm still in the angle. My hands could come here. I like having my hands forward. And can I stay at the same place with my hands forward? Then I allow them to drop and then above my head, like I did at the beginning, but with both arms now. And try to adjust your angle. Where does it feel better, right? And from here, down again. I'm gonna stay here in the middle. do a perfect split stretch. So it's like as if I was practicing my splits and then going here. See, I have to work everything at the same time. Posture for my hands here in front. Now I want to lean forward and then arms above my head. I'm trying to stay stable. See, this time I brought my hands together, but I much rather have them separated. Okay? And then just try going forward with this. See? And then down. So, close to my heart, forward, above my head, forward. Hi, Alex. My cat's cheering me from the window. So here, posture, my heart, forward, adjust yourself, above my head, and forward again. Whew, man, my back, I'm really feeling this. This time I'm moving around my fist. And see, I could go lower now with my hips. I just love seeing my body progress. I'm actually much lower now, but I stay with my limit. And then from here, I practice. Posture first, hands close to my heart, in front of me, letting it above my head. I have to make sure that I'm comfortable. And allow my arms straight down. I almost forgot about that part. It happens to the best of us. And on my fist. All right, this is gonna be the last time on each side. Posture. Heart in front of me, above my head, down, and down. And last one. Oh boy, I'm really feeling this. Stay in my middle. See, my splits is getting better. Watch, in 1 month or in 40 days, I'll be able to do the split most likely. All right, here we go again. Feel strong. Whew. Heart, front of me, above my head, and down, and perfect. Okay, I love the down part. Beautiful stuff. All right, so now I clearly feel some tension in my back. That is normal, that is to be expected. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna push back my hips and I'm going to balance what I feel in that specific region being released. And the temptation is to let your shoulders roll forward. Notice now my shoulders are staying back. I'm keeping my shoulder blades back as I'm coming down. And I'm feeling that stretch where I want it. And back up. That does feel better. All right, so next thing we're going to be practicing here is going to be very simple. It's going to be moving center to my other side of the mat. And that's a warm up. Hi, Alex. Feel light. And this is cool because you could all do this with your mat. And I like this because when I usually start with this exercise, I don't have as much mobility. Right now, I feel super light because of the positions that we're holding. Now my body feels really light. So it's like, what can I expect from what movement? See? So if I want to feel light, I would do the movements I just did with you. And now, my goodness, I feel super like light and it's easy for me to move quickly. Perfect. Another thing I'm going to practice here is bring up my leg. We're going to stretch this today. So what I'm going to do here is very simple. I'm going to go in and relax. In, relax. And don't force this. In, relax. In, relax. So the moment I lean, I land. In, relax. See? People jerk up their leg and then they need aspirin and Tylenol for the pain. I could feel where the pain would install itself. If I put any more effort than what I'm doing right now, I would get pain in my lower back. So I've paid attention to when my body has developed pain that I don't want to have the next day. And I'm not trying to kick here. See, and now my foot could go up higher. I'm just trying to listen to the range of my body. So you see, by being relaxed, we're able to access the full capacity of what the body is always able to do. So you monitor your relaxation in action. Okay, that was awesome. I feel light here, but once again, more tension built up in my back. So I'm gonna go release the stress again. Shoulder blades stay together. See, I bent my legs a bit, and I try to gauge with my hands how low I could go without sacrificing my upper back posture. And I am feeling the tension release right here in my back. I have to find my sweet spot. Maybe I could go here this time. That feels good. Oh my goodness. Awesome. Happy I get to share this with you. Okay, so next things I want to do here is, okay, we worked on our arms already yesterday. We don't want to overdo it, but still use it or lose it, right? So what's amazing to do with my arms here? Well, I'm going to practice to push back in the stretch I just did and tiptoe with your hands forward. Allow yourself to stretch. My abs are working a lot, and my elbows, the elbows are the real danger here. Shoulder blades together, and make sure your elbows are a little bit bent. I come back up, and right here. Okay? Next time I'm gonna bring my arms above my head. So pushing back, and I wanna feel my body weight on the middle of my hand. And it's spread over all my fingers. Usually I have it on the heel of my hand only. So here I am forcing my abs to be in tension, and I want to keep my shoulder blades a little bit back. It's a lot of things, so that's why we're getting to practice it right now. So here I'm going to move back and bring my arms above my head as if I was holding a soccer ball. My hands don't have to touch. We're gonna do 2 more of these. Okay, so my shoulder blades are back. My body weight's on the middle of my hands. And my elbows are microscopically bent. Abs are working. We're gonna have 1 more of those. I think I broke a sweat. I feel my abs, I feel my posture, I feel good. Pulling this hip back, finding my floor, and 1 more. Take your time. It could feel weird on the wrist, but you have to know if it's like a limit wrist pain or if you're just hurting yourself. Then, pulling back, fixing my back, and last time, up. This time I brought my hands together because it felt good. It felt good, so I did it. Allow yourself to be guided by what feels good, not what looks good. Big danger here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is simple. I wanna be able to go on the side of my mat, okay? Right here, like this. And this time, bring my knee up. And it has to be easy. It has to be simple, it has to feel logical. Don't try to do it. It has to be like, oh, you want me to do this, right? Yeah, perfect. And I'm trying to stay focused. Posture's good. And this is the type of coordination you need when you're playing a sport. And there's a lot of things you could do with this. I could practice running forward as of now, kicking something forward, jumping up. 2 more. Perfect. And the last one, I tried to jerk it up and it didn't feel good. I felt the stress in my neck. You get the point in between. Don't force movements. It has to be done with ease, with gracefulness. A graceful power doesn't hurt you. All right, next, ab series. We're near the end. Because remember, this is something that you want to keep repeating. So what we're going to do here is simple. From here, my back, I'm going to practice switching positions. Squeeze my abs first, come up. Switch positions. And back up. Keeping my abs tight, now I release them. Squeeze my abs. Perfect plank. And take your time. See? That was a good one because I didn't feel I jerked my body to come up, but my abs were perfectly turned on before going up. You got to keep your abs turned on before going up. See, my abs are still turned on and now they're off. So I turn them on again with an exhale. Inhale and exhale. See? Then I adjust myself as I wish. When I feel strong with my plank, I lower a little bit with my arms. See, my body's leaning on my arms and back up. Take your time. See, I'm doing it differently every time to let you know that you have options. But you need to recognize this. Body weight on the middle of the hands, not going down too low, and yeah, back up. One more. When I'm coming down, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see where I could bring up my legs. Right before bringing them down to the floor, and exhale up. Okay, like I said, it's the last one we're doing. It's gonna be the toughest one. Hold and good. Why? Because I'm in a pigeon pose from here. My foot on the inside and I slide my leg back. I look to my left, slowly, and then look to my right, slowly. Back to the center, and switch. Abs, and switch. Okay, here I'm up, slide the leg back, right, to find the height that you want. Looking to my right, this feels good. I'm at a perfect rotation here. When I go slowly, I listen to what my body wants. And then to my left. Oh, that feels so good. I could do this all day. And back to the center. So here we got to perfectly stretch the inner and outer thigh throughout our routine. And that really enables us to take care of our spine and to listen to when tension is building up and knowing what to do with it. I believe that every external tension that we feel has an internal response. And we gotta learn to fit them together so that we don't spend our day in tension, but we have a good stress response. So stress response is really the mastery of wellness, okay? Being able to develop my wellness in a critical situation. So instead of managing stress, I'm managing how well I can be in a situation by switching into the correct internal response to the external circumstance. Hey, I wish you really enjoyed this. I did. And till next time, everyone. Bye.